We are out here in Moloto village in Mpumalanga, outside Mhlanga, under the Thembisile Hani Local municipality, where the Mpumalanga Premier, Refilwe Mtshweni-Tsipane, will be leading a walkabout in fighting the scourge of gender-based violence. We know that a lot of women in South Africa are fearing for their lives, and they think that the country has become an unsafe place to live in. But now, to tell us more about this, I am joined by the Premier of Mpumalanga, Refilwe Mtshweni. Thank you, ma'am, for your time. Can you just tell us how important is it for the provincial government to embark on these actions against gender-based violence?
Thank you for having us. We want to start off by indicating that as government of Mpumalanga, this is an insult for us. This scourge of gender violence against our women and children is a serious concern to us. And we are saying, standing here as men and women, we feel the pain. We are mothers in our own rights within our communities. We are fathers within our own rights in our communities. And therefore, we are saying we cannot sit back as government and fold our arms, seeing this happening day in, day out to our children. At some point, this has to stop, and it has to stop now. We are saying enough is enough. We will join hands, working, of course, with our civil organization, our communities, our church-based faith organizations, and also our traditional leaders and traditional healers, to say that how do we raise awareness and bring the consciousness within our male counterparts to make sure that they understand that whatever that they are doing is against the law of this country. Every person has a right to his or her life, and therefore every person has a right to walk freely at any given time, to wear whatever you like. It's your body, and it must be respected as such. Nobody should take advantage of that against your will. And it is us as government that must make sure that we champion the aspiration of our young girls, because as this thing happens, it kills the moral fiber of our society. It kills the future generation of our children. And therefore, somebody has to stand up and say this is enough. We've been to the previous march in Kanyamazane sometime around August month, which was quite successful. We had quite intensive deliberation in that march. We've been to Steve Tshwete, the march which was led by the MEC for Social Development, MEC Shongwe, which was equally well attended. That shows that our people are concerned on the ground. What is it that is happening? And therefore, we are saying we are sympathizing with them, because if it can happen to you, it may just as well happen to me. And we are happy in the manner in which our police are responding to this gender-based violences within our communities. And we are happy with the stance in which the judiciary system has taken to make sure that all the perpetrators, when found guilty, are brought to book and harsh sentences are imposed against them. And we urge each and every community, let me be your brother and sister. Ubuntu bethu abubuye. I must know, it must concern me when I hear somebody screaming from my neighbor's house. I must worry myself and say, what is happening? Hang on. I must go and check and alert the police so that appropriate steps can be taken immediately without any waste of time. And seated where we are saying, people of South Africa, people of Mpumalanga, please let us stand up and rise against this scourge. Today, we've taken a posture and a stance that as women we have spoken, we've aired our views. It's about time that men must lead us us. And I challenged all the men in the legislature, be it the opposition and the men from the ruling party and the men in general within our community, including the male pastors, to say that, come, let's join hands today. Let's go to Thembisile Hani municipality where a brutal incident has just occurred. You are going to lead that walk and speak on our behalf. We want to hear your voice now. You've heard our cries. You've heard our plight. Despite every effort, despite after the president has addressed us as a nation, a man still finds it comfortable to kill a woman, his partner, and shoving into a briefcase. That to us, it says you are undermining the judiciary system. You are undermining authority. That cannot go unnoticed. And we are happy when I said as a Premier, Provincial Commissioner, make sure that you go out, do whatever it takes, get that man and bring him to book. Within a week, I must say, because that incident took place on Tuesday, by Thursday, that man was arrested. And that shows a commitment, the seriousness in the manner in which this case of violence against women that has been perpetrated amongst our children and women is being taken serious. It is not only us as women and children, but we've got our own brothers and sisters that has albinism. They are also subjected to the same situation as well. We've had incidences in Emalahleni, and we are happy with the stance that the judiciary has taken. Those men were sentenced with harsher sentences of life imprisonment. We've just had a recent incident where a judgment was passed last week Friday against a woman who brutally murdered her 4 children. And we are happy as government of Mpumalanga in the manner in which our Judge President Lukhodi is handling and is taking these matters very seriously.
That was the Premier of Mpumalanga, Refilwe Mtshweni-Tsipane, telling us more about these scourges of gender-based violence and how they are part as the Mpumalanga province in curbing the scourge. And we are about to leave the clinic in Moloto, going to Apostolic Faith Mission Church, where we'll meet other gender-based violence survivors and interact with them. For now, it's back to you in studio.